Good morning, dear students. Welcome to this video lessons presentation initiated by Commissionerate of Collegiate Education, Telangana, Hyderabad. Today, we will have a lesson through this presentation on sources of business finance. I am Dr. Darshan from Government Degree and PG as well. This subject, that the concept of source of business finance, is for become second year, third semester students. It can also be had by BBA and become computer students. And this topic can be chosen from financial institutions, banking and services of the present subject title, or you can also see this from the banking theory and practice subject. For this session, what we discuss is concise in an overview of the presentation. In this presentation, we discuss about what is business finance, nature of business finance, need and significance of it, classification of sources of funds, what are the factors determining the choice of source of finance, institutional source of finance, international source of finance, and summary conclusion. What is business finance? Before we straight away enter into the concept of business finance, first let us know what is business. Business is simply defined exchanging of goods and services for the price. For that, if you make in an organized form, it can be called as a business. So exchanging of goods and services with the intention of getting profit can be called as business. This business cannot be performed in a vacuum or in the forest. We have to done it among the people, so that to undertake various activities, those are direct, indirectly related with the business, must be supported with finance. So that one must know, when we start a business, we must ready to acquire and mobilize the finance. So the finance required for undertaking, running the business activities are called business finance. So that the finance required for running any type of business can be termed as the business finance. The finance is lifeblood of organization. How a human being cannot survive with the blood, the business organization also will not be seen as with the expected shape, design, and form without the finance. It is in fact a fuel to a light, a candle. So that the finance includes governmental allocation. So the finance means, as just we discussed, the amount required need not to be always cash. Either cash or kind required to run the business is called business finance. To run any kind of business organization, that may be a small term or a smaller size business organization, medium size business organization, even it is a long term and multinational corporation. It is very much bound to have the finance. So that finance, don't think it's just having the money. The finance may be procurement and allocation of monetary resources. Monetary resources includes cash or kind and any other form. Now again, let us keep more light over the definition of the business finance given by standard business organizations, institutions, even the people associated closely with it. The business finance familiarized with accounting methodologies, investing strategies, and effective debit management or debt management. Generally, an ordinary people or a layman may understand that business finance means the fund or finance required to undertake the business operations or business activities is called business finance. Not only that, it is we should, as a banking perspective and as a student studying the financial institutions and their marketing strategies, we should have an elaborative and a broader perspective to understand the term business finance. So that a very prominent definition you can look at from this slide, that is business finance is very much familiarized accounting methodologies. What kind of accounting methods you apply to record various kinds of business transactions in the books of account, and what are the investing strategies of that organization, what modes you are undertaking, what policies, strategies, procedures you are following. Those are part of investing strategies. This is an integral part of business finance. And effective debt management. This is another important strategy of any business organization, because no business organization can withstand or continued its activities mere depending on its own resources. It has to mix, make a combination of his financial requirements, so that he has to mix his own funds with the debt funds, so that he should know the ability, he should have the knowledge of effective debt management. If you include these three, that is called as business finance. So what are these three? Familiarize with accounting methodologies is one. Second one is the person or the organization or business entity to have its own perspective of business finance. It should know about its investment strategies, like whether it is for the short-term investment or long-term investment, whether it is go to the fixed nature of investment or fluctuating investments, and whether it is go to the shares or MFs, mutual funds or other sorts. Likewise, what are the investment strategies you have, and effective debt management. These three together called as business finance. The another definition is also there, you can find from this slide. Business finance involves set of or bundle of administrative functions. Just it is not restricted with only accounting, investing, and management, debt management strategies, as you seen and heard from the previous definition. It is more elaborative. What is that? The business finance involves set of or bundle of administrative functions like arrangement of cash and credit, acquisition and conservation of capital funds. This is about business finance. Then, what is the nature of business finance? Nature in the sense, what purpose it can fulfill, what activities it can undertake, what are the actions of this business finance, what it can do. For example, if you take an instrument, let me say a pen, if you take, what is its nature? It can paint, it can draw, it can make other purposes as it meant. Similarly, here the business finance is meant for, and its own nature, its behavior is to meet or to perform following three actions, activities. Those are, it can act as a fixed capital. Very first and one of the important natures of business finance is it acts as a fixed capital. So business finance. What is fixed capital? That we will see in the slide come ahead. Then it acts as a working capital. Simply said, the fixed capital is the requirement of amount or the expenditure incurred for a long-term period is called fixed capital, or the amount required for or to meet long-term requirement like purchasing a big machinery, constructing a building, establishment of a plant, procuring other fixed nature assets. So to meet these requirements, it acts as a fixed capital. The another action and activity of the business finance is It can also deliver its duty as a working capital. What is working capital? The amount required to meet day-to-day requirements of your business organization. For example, if a person purchases a Xerox machine, he may imagine and anticipate that machine will be with him in the business organization for next 10 years. So that the amount he spent for acquisition of that machinery can be termed as fixed capital, isn't it? It cannot be every day. The amount you need to spend on the purchasing of machinery will not change. You cannot purchase every day. It's for a long-term requirement. But to get Xerox copies, to get paper Xeroxed in that machinery, every day you spend other expenses like white papers you require, and powder or the ink you require, electricity you require, the person to work on that machinery required. So to meet these requirements, payment of wages or salary to a worker working on the machinery, and the paper that used to get the Xerox, and ink or powder used to get clarity of printing, and even to maintain his own office to clean and neat. See, to meet these expenditures, we need amount. Those are called, that amount is called working capital. So that business finance can also discharge as a duty of working capital. Acts as a hybrid one. Business finance, sometimes some amount can be spent now, immediately, and every day, but it can yield long-term perspective. So which can be with the nature of fixed as well as working capital, can be called hybrid one. For example, the business organization to exhibit and to explore, to make known to the people, it may spend much of its amount for advertisement. Then it's an hybrid nature. The amount spent for advertisement is an hybrid nature, because the amount you may be paid, maybe 1,50,000 or 2 lakhs at a time. Today you may be paid, but that advertisement carry you about your product for next few years, so that that amount can be distributed to each and every year. Hence why it will have working capital nature as well as fixed capital nature. Just look at this slide. Examples of fixed capital, like plant and to procure plant and machinery, and purchase the land and buildings for factory, and to establish office and headquarters for the business organization, maybe partnership organization, sole trading company, etc. And compute and communication infrastructure, to acquire the infrastructure for computing and communication like ICT devices, computer, desktop, printer, etc. And even to get patents, copyrights, goodwill, trademark, to acquire these kind of things, the business unit can spend, an entity can separate some amount for it. The purpose may be for a long term, so that it is nature of fixed capital. Then, what is the need and significance of business finance? Why do you need business finance? If you don't have business finance, can't we run the business organization? Absolutely no. What is the requirement of fuel for a light? What is the requirement of petrol to a car? What is the requirement of blood to the human body, or any species or an animal's body? Because without blood they cannot survive, human being. Without fuel your vehicle cannot, your engine cannot start. Similarly, in any business organization, maybe small to big, bottom to top, nation to international, that must have a amount, the level of sources, supporters. Don't think amount is always cash only. The machine is a finance. Instrument is a finance. The establishment of your office layout itself is a finance. So business finance, the term should be understood very broader perspective. Even a strategy, as we discussed in the second slide, the strategy, the idea, the plan may also be part of business finance. So the importance of business finance and the need of business finance by every institution, organization, or business concern can be understood clearly by looking at the points pasted on the slide. Number one is various assets. Forget about the size and nature of the business organization. It has to go through with some amount of assets. Some maybe need small assets, some may be big assets. If a person start a small tea stall, at least he need two tables, few chairs, and some utensils, and a stove, cylinder. These are all, certain some amount of assets. Maybe some are fixed in nature, some are fluctuating nature, variable nature, but he required it. If your business is a big business, transport business, you require number of trucks, buses, trolleys. That's all. So whatever may be the business concern, to run its business concern, that organization can acquire various assets. So the very first and foremost need of business finance is to procure and to get various kinds of assets to meet day-to-day assets. Basically, as first point we discussed as acquiring various assets, those may be, if they are fixed assets, fixed natured capital will be required. Fixed finance may be required. To meet day-to-day expenses, operating expenses, without which we cannot run the business in a day. Day-to-day activities will completely defunct. To meet such kind of expenses, we need business finance for growth and expansion. Simply, whatever you have started today, you cannot continue with them for a long period or a period of years. To expand your business, to grow your business, you need more finance. Today, you might have started a business unit at Hyderabad. As you are growing, you may be intended to expand your business by opening new branches. You may be looking at Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, some other remote areas of the nation. Expansion, new establishment required, new infrastructure, and human resources, and additional, assets. So that to meet and to get them, we need finance. So growth and expansion is always needed with the business finance. For diversification, this is very important. Diversification is the very successful mantra in 21st century business scenario, because if you do not diversify, you will disappear from the market. My dear students, just you look at the Nokia phone. Maybe I am sorry to use such examples. You look at the Kodak cameras and reels. Can you find them anywhere in the market today? Almost they were disappeared because they were failed in diversifying activities. Diversification means adding more products to your product line, plans to the plans line, strategies to the strategies. You take ITC, Indian Tobacco Corporation, Indian Tobacco Company. Basically, it was started with the manufacturing and production of cigarettes, tobacco products. But it is not restricted and restrained itself with only one or two products. It has going on adding new products, new lines to its business. It has entered into shampoos with the same title of ITC, the product of ITC. This classmate notebook, stationery, and whatnot. So it is going on adding the products to it. This is called diversification. So that to diversify it, as you are switching over from the existing business unit or production of products to the another products, again you need different kinds of finances. Hence, you need the depend on the business finance for survival or to meet the liabilities. Even to survive the business organization in the worst circumstances, like today's pandemic situation, or even to meet the short-term, medium-term, or the long-term liabilities, one must depend on the business finance. Then, what is the classification of source of business finance? From where you will get this business finance then? From where? Okay, we have identified and understood, underscored the significance of business finance. Then what are the source? From where we will get? Can we simply taking them from our family members and relatives or hand loan from others? Is it adequate to meet business requirement? Sometimes maybe yes, but many times it is no. So that we should able to locate the various sources of business finance from the financial management and financial institutions and banking services and marketing services perspective. We can broadly categorize business finance into two types: type 1 classification, type 2 classification. Means from where you will find from one pool and second is another pool. What is the type 1 classification? See, the source of finance on the basis of period. Type 1 classification on the basis of ownership and on the basis of generation that you generate. This is type 1 classification. So we can classify the source of business as non-institutional sources and institutional sources. Now let us have a brief look at each and every one. Type 1 classification of source of business finance. That is divided into as per our previous slide that you seen on the basis of period. The type 1 classification of source of business finance can be on the basis of period, ownership and generation. Again, on the basis of period, for how much time, what is the time frame of your business period? Business finance need, whether it is for a short term, a long term or medium term. So that on the basis of time zone, time origin, again, the sources of business finance can be categorized into three: long-term finance, medium-term finance, and short-term. Then what is long? The finance required to for above 5 years period. The period for the requirement and its gestation and repayment is more than 5 years. It is called long-term finance. Even the amount invested in those areas can start yielding even in the long period only. So that in general, this long-term finance can be meant for procuring the fixed assets, for acquiring, purchasing the fixed assets like machinery, vehicles, building, construction of building, furniture, and plant, etc. Then what are the source? How long-term finance you will get? From where you will get? Again, we will procure them if you are a company by issuing shares. You can procure long-term finance from the prospective shareholders. Retained earnings, the earnings or the profits that you earned in previous year have not completely distributed. Generally, organization will not completely distribute to its shareholders as in the form of dividend, or it cannot spend on purchase of any other assets or for to meet day-to-day requirements. It can retain some amount. For example, we as an employee, if monthly we will get a salary, from that some amount can be kept as a reserve. We'll keep as aside so as to meet the future uncertainty. And if a sudden and accidental requirement needed, then to face such kind of things, we need some amount. So that the organizations also, business entities also do not distribute, they will not distribute all their earnings among their shareholders. They can retain some amount as reserve, as undistributed profits for their future requirement. So this will be really a long-term source of business finance. And if you don't go for shares and debentures, if you don't have retained earnings, then you may go for loans from banks, commercial bank, scheduled bank, other kind of bank. You will get loans from them. And loans from financial institutions. There are certain financial institutions. What are they? Will see later. Like you, let me say LIC, UTI. Those institutions are there, and housing financial institutions. Such institutions can also render the long-term loans to the business organization. Like, look at this source of fixed capital. How can you get? Issue of shares and private placement shares, issue of debentures, different types of loans, retained earnings, and leasing finance. And the second one of on the basis of period is medium term finance. The finance required for the period of 1 year to 5 years, in between that, is called medium term finance. This finance is used to purchase low density assets. And the source to the medium term finance can be borrowing from commercial banks and accepting deposits from the public, loans from again financial institutions. Financial institutions may give long-term finance as well as medium-term finance, even short-term finance also. Then preferential shares. By these four sets, stores, the business organization and concern can mobilize, procure its medium-term finance. Then short-term finance. This is the finance required for less than 1 year period to meet operations and to spend for day-to-day requirement. This finance is required so that to meet working capital requirement, as we said, operational amount or operational expenditure or working capital requirement, we may raise finance in a short-term period. Then what are the sources to get short-term finance? You may get loans from the bank. You may get cash credits even from banks. Trade credits you will get. You may sell commercial papers. You may go to indigenous bankers for loan. Generally, indigenous bankers are located in the unorganized sector, like money lenders, pawn brokers, and people who will give day-to-day finance, but they may charge more amount. And we generally advise the people not to go into their vicious thrones. It is a very vicious circle, in fact. Indigenous banks many a time were discouraged. But to meet their immediate requirements, sometimes when other in places and areas fails, people can also approach business organization, also take their short-term requirements from the indigenous bankers. And even advances from consumers can also be raised to see and face the requirement of short-term finance. Then the second classification, the type 1, is on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership also, business finance can be categorized, that is owners funds and borrowed funds. What are the owners funds? Means the owners are the shareholders who have started the company business, or if it is a, let me say, if it is a partnership business concern, then partners, they may also spend even after investing their own amount as capital, more amount from their own purse may give as source as finance to the organization. So that in generally, if we discuss the context from the company perspective, the equity shares are the highest prioritized and proportioned owners fund for any business organization. And as we discussed in previously, that is the retained earnings. The earnings are the profits which have been profit back, which have been retained without distributing the shareholders in the form of a dividend or spending to acquire the assets or to meet their requirement. Some amount can be kept as a reserve provision. So such retained earnings can be, as these are not the somebody else, that amount is owned by the owners itself. For example, out of my salary, 10% of amount every month, if I am just keeping aside, after 1 or 2 years, that accumulated amount will be owned by whom? Is it somebody else? Or the employer who paid me the salary? Or the people outside? Certainly no. As it is earned by me and I have not spent it and separated for my future requirement, that is my own retained, kept away, earning, unspent amount. So this can be also one of the biggest finance source to the business organization. and undistributed funds and reserves. Sometimes the amount raised as a loan or acquired as amount in capital or get received as a grant cannot might have not spent, might have not distributed. Some reserves, those have been set aside, may not be distributed, released. Whereas they were there in the organization, then they may also be used for business. But these are, remember that these are the owners' funds. Borrowed funds means borrowing, taking as a loan from the outsiders other than the owners. So those are debentures, selling the debentures to the outsiders, and loans from the banks, maybe scheduled bank, commercial banks, and other institutions, and financial loans from financial institutions, even raising amount from public in the form of deposits, leasing finance. This is another innovative financial institutions that you can look into the business surroundings, and commercial papers, selling the commercial papers. These are all from list of borrowed funds. Here we will write a document and give them that you have taken the debt amount from them as a loan, so that I owe you, I have to pay you in the future. Like, then classification of source of business finance on the basis of generation. The basis of generating, from where you are generating the source, we will again classify it into two categories, like internal source and external source. Within the organization, if you raise, there is internal source. Outside of the boundaries are outside of the organization, then it is external source. The internal source is again just fluffing back of profits, your return earnings, collections of receivables. These are listed as internal source. Then external source, as I said, just within, not within the organization, but outside people, you can raise the finance. Those may be shares in the form of shares, debentures, public deposits, loans from banks, loans from financial institutions, even loans from suppliers, money lenders, and investors. That is all type 1 classification. Coming to the type 2 classification. Type classification is non-institutional sources of funds, institutional sources of funds, and internal sources of funds. These are the three. Then non-institutional sources of funds. Again, we will take non-institutional sources: equity shares, preference shares, retained earnings, debentures, public deposits, loans from banks, leasing financing, bank credit, trade credit, advances, commercial papers, and other means of finances are the non-institutional sources of funds raised by the any business entity to meet its business finance requirement. Institutional sources of funds. So that here you can raise your source from the institution. Those are organized institutions established under any act prevailed in the country, and authorized bodies, entities. So that here you cannot go to any non-institutions, people or others. Here, as per the guidelines, frameworks of the effects institutions of the finance, these organizations can function. So if you take the finance from such institutions, it will be treated as institutional sources of fund. Few examples for the institutional sources of funds in India can be IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India. It was established during 1964 to lend long-term and medium-term financial aid to the industrial organizations, industrial establishments, and even to restructure and reorganize the industrial organizations, reframe its activities. It can lend the loan. ICICI, Institutional Credit and Investment Corporation of India, industrial or institutional, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. It was established in 1955. It can also render the finance facilities to the government institutes, organizations. It can provide almost all levels of finance, like short term, medium term, long term, to procure assets, to expand your business, to redesign your business organization. and to expand the plant and provide the infrastructure facilities, etc. Similarly, to rent the loan to the institutions established in the private sector, also that is in Indian Financial Corporation of India. So that can also render loan in all these levels that was established in 1948. Similarly, Small Scale Industries Development Bank of India, which was established in 1990, Life Insurance Corporation of India, UTI, those are institutions which can provide the business finance for short-term, medium-term, and long-term requirements of almost all entities that may be prevailed either in the private sector or in the government sector. Then international source of funds, American depository receipts, global depository receipts, Indian depository receipts, foreign currency convertible bonds. These are various sources of international source of funds. They will be laid more emphasis in coming classes, but we can just make it brief. The only source we will provide through this slide. Finally, what are the factors determining the choice of source of finance? How you can determine whether you go to long-term equity shares, debentures, return earnings, banks, institutional loan, from where you can get your financial source? How can you decide your place means? So those are the called determinant factors of deciding the choice of your business finance. Cost. It expense the amount, the cost of its procurement. What is its loan? For example, if you take loan from a bank, what is the rate of interest it is charging? If you go to the equity shares, what will be the cost of equity? How much amount you need to spend as a dividend? If you go to the debentures, what is the rate of interest to be given to the debenture holders as their return or earning or profit? So by comparing, make a description over the cost, you can take which is more cost effective. Then form of organization and legal status. What kind of business organization is yours? What is its legal status? Based on that, you will choose an appropriate mode or source of business finance. Purpose and time period. What is your main purpose of business? What are your objectives? And what is the period you required to realize and reap the returns? Based on that also, you can determine whether to go for different kinds of source of business finance. Risk factor, control and ownership or powership vested. If you take loan from a kind of source, whether your ownership will be vested in their hand or still retained with you. And effect on credit worthiness, tax benefits realized. For example, if you take loan from the commercial bank, the interest paid to them is not attracted the tax benefit, then why we will go there? If the another source is there, if the, for example, if I take a loan for construction my house, housing finance loan will be incurred some interest that will be exempted from my personal income tax. But if I take loan from my friends, suddenly the interest paid to them cannot be allowed as a deduction or exemption from IT income tax. So that what are your tax benefits and flexibility and ease? Flexibility, what is the flexibility and ease means? How easily you are able to get it? What are the bureaucratic hurdles you have to face? If that and repayment period methodology. Based on this, we will select the source of business finance. With this, we will conclude today's session and we will meet tomorrow with another point. Thank you very much.